Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The first time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Thanks to Jen for the text at 402-403-9478 off the back of our conversation we had a couple days ago about almond milk, wheat milk, oat milk, whatever. She sent a little GIF. It says, I bet it's called almond milk because no one can say nut juice with a straight face. Which is so right, and it is delicious.
No, you're right.
It's super delicious.
That's exactly what it is.
Not
very appealing ad campaign.
Hey, Mom,
either.
can you pick up some nut juice? I always giggle when I see the commercial for, I don't even if it's pistachios or but there's a nuts.com.
Yes.
I'm like, you got to be super careful.
Do you remember that D's Nuts guy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Welvin?
Yes. He showed up in a GIF the other day I was watching. I can't remember what it was. It was a meme that somebody made, and they got taken, right, on whatever it was. And then it cuts to him, and it says Greenie video, and he's just he's laughing. It's like, oh, my God, I haven't seen him forever. How you doing, bud? I wonder what he's up to.
I was on TikTok, I think, this morning, and I absolutely love I know it's weird. It was I love when people get like scared. I love the videos where a guy's like hiding as a bush on the boardwalk. This is just funny to me. And I used to be a fan of the Chrisleys. Chrisley Knows Best.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I mean, obviously it is what it is.
They have their issues, whatever.
100%. But they have the son.
I don't know.
Rodney, Chrissy, whatever.
Call him whatever.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, the son has a TikTok, and his dad and mom and him were on like some airboat thing. And so he wanted to scare his dad, prank his dad. And it's the funniest thing because they're on this airboat in the middle. I don't know where, like Everglades, whatever. But as they're going, his dad's looking the other direction. He takes a rubber snake and like throws it down his lap. I thought he was going to. If there were any questions about, you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
When you throw a snake on somebody like that, it's full on. He just flipped F-bombs. I thought he was going to jump off the airboat. It is the funny. And the mom, and the grandma was on there too. Oh. She's 100, apparently.
Well,
I thought she was going to have a heart attack. It's so funny.
That's
dangerous.
It's
so dumb.
That's dangerous when people get to a certain age.
Yeah.
Start throwing things like that at them. Stop it.
So
my
funny.
God. Wanted to clear something up real quick here. Just so everybody doesn't think we work for monsters. Our boss is concerned about that.
Oh, yeah.
We are getting a coffee machine here because I know I was talking about, I brought my old Keurig.
The crank on the back.
Like this is original OG. This is one of the first ones that came out. Like I bought in early on the Keurigs, right? And I've had this thing years, and it even died at one point, and I had to get out the old YouTube videos to figure out how to fix this thing because something wasn't working. And
it was at the other office that you didn't have to go in. There was like the little.
I'd given up on it and I just had it filed away in the storage room in my basement, and we didn't have coffee over there. We didn't want to go down to the next door office to borrow their coffee maker
because we were already borrowing their office.
Everything.
We're like, we can at least get our own coffee.
So, excuse me, can we also have some coffee? Pardon me, do you have lunch money? Do you
have Splenda?
Did you have gas money today? Do I have a budget? But anyway, and so we got that thing out and we worked on it because we didn't have money to buy anything, right? And it's not like we were, in the streets, but we seriously just didn't have any money. So we get out the YouTube videos, and it was the little pinprick thing that pokes the top of the Keurig cups, and something was blocked, and it told you how to unblock it, and then also you had to do something on the back side of it at the same. And lo and behold, that thing hasn't quit since.
And most people wouldn't. I would have I would never would have thought to go to YouTube, and that's never my go-to. Is how do I fix this? Go to YouTube. You would have gone out and spent $100 on a new one instead of a 5-minute fix.
It blew my mind that it worked, and it's still working. So we have it set up down on our end. Down here, and so we can have our coffee, because I don't know if us five are the only ones that drink coffee or the only ones that need coffee. I think the other ones will drink it if they have it.
Yeah, I think so.
And so we got a note that please understand there was a coffee maker coming. It was just delayed because of the supply chain delays.
Which totally makes sense.
And it's probably not a priority to get the parts for a coffee machine to people. So other things are being made first.
Yeah.
But the coffee maker is coming, and apparently it does everything.
Well, that's a big shock because everything around here nothing's half-assed. It's perfect. It's good. It's all brand new stuff. Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
and I think coffee should be for every company. Coffee should be a priority because I think more people need coffee than not.
I think so. I think whether they want to admit it or not. So yeah, this little baby's coming in. Apparently has flavored water, and it has lattes, and it can do iced all the iced drinks.
Sweet? What? Seriously?
Yes, it can do all the iced
so
coffee.
I've
all
been
that
stopping
stuff.
every morning, and I know this is the
You
opposite
probably
of
already
what.
paid for that machine.
100%. Because my little cold brew is $5 at Starbucks, and I was going to talk about that this morning because my lady at the Hy-Vee Starbucks totally upped the game today.
Yeah.
She had it ready for. She kind of rolled the dice a little bit, knowing that that's what I was going to get. She had it ready for me by the time I got in there. She said, "I saw you getting out of your car, Pat." She remembered my name, and by the time I got in there, I said, "Can I get?" She goes, "I already got it for you. 3 Splenda."
Oh my God! What's going to happen to her when you stop going?
I don't know if I can now. She's locked me in.
Oh,
she's so nice.
That's her game plan.
She's so nice, but it sucks
Yeah.
because there's no place to leave tips for people that work at Starbucks anymore.
In her hand.
I could slide her a couple greenbacks, and I probably should if she can take it.
I think she can.
Yeah, that right there is customer service
or one
above
of those
and beyond.
slide the money and keep the change.
Sign to slide like BL slide. It's like a 1.
Yes. Oh my God! All right, so what was the reason that we mentioned Ron Popeil's name the other day?
Because I was because you were trying to figure out who Don Dupree or Lupree or whatever was.
Don Lupree.
And I thought it was Ron Popeil, and you said no, it's about somebody else because we were talking about Kathy, the stupid lying dump lady.
Yeah, right. That all
Yes.
came up in that conversation. He died that same day. He died Wednesday.
Isn't that crazy?
That's the day we talked about it when we were doing this.
And I'm sorry, I know it's all about privacy and everything, but when you are someone in the public eye like that, I don't want all the details, but at least I think that you don't owe the public anything, but at least explain how did he pass away? It was just, he died suddenly at a hospital. Okay. Can you fill in the blanks a little bit for us?
I'm looking through this story that I have here to see if
You could say a heart failure. You could say whatever, but at least don't let us sit out here and wonder.
He's 80. Okay, he was 86. Let's see if it's up here. No, it just says he died Wednesday morning at Cedars-Sinai, and there's nothing more about why.
And they said suddenly and peacefully at Cedars-Sinai. Like, well, okay.
Why was he at Cedars-Sinai?
And why suddenly? Yeah, was he there like just for a visit and just died? Like, just give it a little bit.
But let's just to kind of reminisce.
He was an American treasure.
Icon.
100%.
Icon. He has phrases that people still say and they don't even know why they say it, like set it and forget it.
Yep.
But wait, there's more.
Yep. He was the guy that invented that.
Less shipping and handling. That was another one too he was famous for. But some of his products, you forget. I mean, you know the regular ones, right? You know, like the rotisserie, hair in a can.
Pocket
fisherman.
Pocket fisherman.
I knew that's where you're going.
My dad had probably still does have a pocket fisherman.
That's awesome. He grossed over $1 billion in domestic sales and working with QVC.
He was really the inventor, pretty much, of the infomercial type.
He really was.
Because on Saturday mornings, you get up and you turn on TV, and it was something Ron
always
was
30
throwing.
minutes. Yeah. Be right back, baby. Remember that, Mr. Microphone?
Yep.
The karaoke machine.
It's so
Before there was
nuts.
karaoke, if you ask me.
Brilliant.
Because it came through it would come through the speakers on your car or the speakers in your house.
Yep.
What was another one they had? The inside the eggshell egg scrambler, the bedazzler.
He invented that, or he at least
sold it. He was
it?
pitching it. Rhinestone stud setter is what it was originally called. He said he started out with a table on Maxwell Street in Chicago selling kitchen products. He kind of reminds me of the what was that guy's name that did the ShamWow?
Oh,
remember him? And
yeah.
he had a gift for Gab.
Yeah,
he got in trouble for like drugs or something, didn't he?
Meth and hookers.
There you go.
Or coke and hookers.
Or something like that. But he had that same gift, right?
Vince. Was it Vince?
Yes. And they said that he was really good and he was selling those and had a knack with the sales pitch and connecting with the audiences, right? So next thing you know, he's at Woolworths. That explains why I saved the Woolworths link.
Oh my God. That was a whole conversation before we started recording.
I'm like, why did I save this thing about Woolworths? He started, which is now called Foot Locker, by the way. That company got bought out and Foot Locker bought Woolworths. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
weird.
So he was there and then he became like live entertainment. Like he drew audiences to come watch him make his sales pitches. Like you see people do at the state fair all the time.
And I
now.
love watching those. I
do too. The spray on hair in a can was genius. $110 value, $39.92. I can almost hear him talking. And yeah, he started as seen on TV. Also became
wasn't this company called Ronco?
Yep.
And I've seen there are trucks that drive around. There's another company, Ronco. I think it's like a paver company. But every time I see it, it's like, oh man.
Oh my God. Classic vegetable slicer that he started. Okay. His first infomercial, 1959.
Jeez.
Chop-O-Matic.
I remember the Chop-O-Matic.
Vegetable slicer. Over 2 million of those sold. From his first one in 1959. That is insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
And went on to do hundreds more, and that was just his deal. There's somebody who stayed with the girl that took him to the dance. He had the Popeil's pasta maker and food dehydrator.
Just keep plugging away.
Right, and he was basically doing what Sharks were doing, because people would have products, and he would market them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's
he
true.
didn't invent all these. Some of these he did, like the pasta maker. He started inventing his own. They said, but he basically was improving on products that were already out there.
You buy into them, improve them, and then sling them.
Huh.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So he was doing it all before. What was the other one? He said he had his family. He said his family, 25 years married to his wife, Robin, 4 daughters and 4 grandchildren. And he called them the Rontourage.
That's funny.
That's pretty damn cool.
Well, and remember when, oh gosh, I had his name in my head before I started saying it. Billy Mays.
Oh, yeah.
And Billy Mays died like a day after Michael Jackson died.
Yes.
And so it was like one of those things where, everybody's focusing on Michael Jackson, or he died the day he died, something right around there. And it was such a weird
in the
reason
shadow.
as to why he died, when he stood up in an airplane, hit his head on the overhead compartment, and the next day died of a brain bleed because of that.
Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Yeah, I think it was in Florida. It was
OxyClean and Orange Glow guy.
Yep.
Kaboom.
Yep.
Kaboom. Yes.
And then Vince took over slinging that a little bit for him for the company.
That's when Vince got the ShamWow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just such a weird.
I got to pull this up. He's found unresponsive, pronounced dead. He was 51.
So young.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And you see those guys.
Okay, hold on. They may have disproved. There's a debunker on Wiki.
Okay.
Just going to say, there was speculation he died of a head injury, struck his head in the luggage unit after an airline landing mishap where the tires blew out. Initial autopsy on his body stated he suffered from hypertensive heart disease, and that was likely the cause of his death. But it was so close together, those items. That's why they thought that maybe that had something to do with it. But wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
ShamWow.
And ShamWow and all that good stuff. Yeah. But son of a gun, man, that's too bad. I think there were also some drugs that were involved. There was a little drug use that was going on that didn't help the heart.
Those pitch guys love cocaine and hookers for some reason.
Well, you wonder why they can talk so fast.
Vince hasn't eaten anything in 3 days.
You can't quit talking about ShamWow.
Dude, you're at home.
Just stop. Yeah. So anyway, covered a little territory there. So now I know why I have Woolworths saved in my Evernote.
And that's the title for today's podcast.
Why'd I say Woolworths?
Why'd I say Woolworths? Thanks for listening. Text us at 402-403-9478, just like Jen did.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.